Hey everyone, it's David here. Now, this is my city map in Minecraft. I've made a little train journey for you, so I can show off some of it. I think it's about 2/3 of it you get to see, if you get to see the end of it. Now, it is approximately 2.5 kilometers from east to west, and 1.3 kilometers from north to south. And I'll show you a map, a Minecraft map later on when we get there. Now, I'm not entirely sure when I started this Minecraft map. I know it was before stained glass windows and coloured wool came in because I upgraded certain buildings to have rainbow windows when they came in. And I'd already done a lot of the level. And stained glass windows came into the game, according to the wiki, into 2013. So that means I've been, at the very least, creating this level for 7 years, on and off. And I say on and off because there were times when I got bored, times when I got sick, and when Windows 7, when the last of the Windows 10 upgrades were available, my old computer tried to upgrade from Windows 7 to Windows 10 and quite promptly failed to do the upgrade. And this failure destabilized the entire system, making it impossible for me to actually play the game. Anyone that knows Minecraft, the only way I could play it was at like a 2 or 3 render distance, which is basically unplayable unless you're inside a building or caves. Now, this year, a very dear friend of mine bought me a proper computer, like one that works and has a real graphics card too. It's not like top of the range fancy, but it is a significant improvement and it does Minecraft really well. Now we're coming up on the road where this is the mall, one of the big malls where the map is. So I'll just wait till we get closer and fly. So I'm sorry for those people that get motion sickness, but I have to fly to get to the map. It's made deliberately so that people can't get to it without flying. Now, we'll just gently not get stuck. This is my secret horse breeding farm. Now, this is the map. Now, a map file, like one map, this isn't one map, this is many maps. One map fits in one of these frames. So this all looks like one picture, but it's actually a bunch of maps on many frames. So it's 2.5 kilometers from this way, which is east to west, and 1.3 kilometers this way to this way. That's south and that's north. Now, I originally started this level just for the hell of it because it was fun. I thought, cool, let's try to do a 2-scale modern city. And hey, why not make it Aram, which is the capital city of Irana in my books. And then as it expanded and it was kind of fun, and I enjoyed the problem of figuring out like how to do the roads and all that sort of stuff, I started making locations from the actual books, and that's how I set out. That's why it's spread out, because for example, down here, this is the Whitestone Manor, where the rebels in Rise of Hawk live mostly. This red box is the, oops, see, that's a single map. I'll just put it back the way it's supposed to be. Is the location in Rise of Hawk where Talon's rebel cell gets taken out by Cheetah. This is the location where I have to obviously put houses around it, but I made the house with the right floor plan where Nathan has to get Nalana and 2 other rebels out of the building because the TFOs have just come in to invade. Not very good at flying driving. This is in the middle here is the cathedral. That's half of the park. That's my glorious big ginormous glass house, greenhouse. This here is the Ace of Spades casino, and this big white square is the tower building. So there's lots and lots of specific locations from the books, and many from Rise of Hawk. And I just made the locations just because it was fun. I particularly enjoyed here is where the train ride starts, and it's actually the original rebel cell. So there's lots of little fun bits and a few Easter eggs and stuff. Now I'll just get back on the train. Here we go. Now, a few years ago when I was writing Banshee Haven, which is book 3 of the series, folks were building Minecraft levels to kind of be adventure levels. So people would download them or go onto a server and play them, kind of like a Dungeons and Dragons game, I guess. And so I started thinking about different ways that I could do that too. I had thought once I get more than, a couple of dozen fans who also like Minecraft, I could put it up on a server and people could play it and receive Minecraft game only content like short stories, because you've got book functions. You can actually put books in the series and then hide in Minecraft and then hide them, so you can go on a treasure hunt or something and get the complete of a series of short stories or something similar. I do have a number of short stories that we could do that with. But then I started getting really sick. I couldn't play much. And then my computer started dying as well, which wasn't very helpful. It's very pretty around here. But we can still explore the idea of games, of multiplayer games in here at a later date when I've got like a server and stuff. Now, recently, I've read the entirety of Rise of Hawk into a camera and posted it on YouTube as a very rough audiobook. And I think last month or so, I had this idea. Oh, I love this view. It's my favorite building. I had this idea of possibly animating all of Rise of Hawk, the audiobook, in Minecraft. And that's what I want to give a go. That's what I want to focus on. Now, there are a few barriers to completing this idea. One being that the scale needed in Minecraft It's not quite congruent with the scale of real life things, because we're literally building in blocks that are 1 meter by 1 meter, and the world isn't made up of blocks 1 meter by 1 meter. Another problem is that in Rise of Hawk, not all of the scenes happen in Aram. So either have to create those locations in Aram and pretend they're somewhere else, like Kamor and Rona, or Marakan, which is another Iranian city, or build the cities as well, or at least the areas where these scenes happen in another location. And probably the hardest problem is that there aren't really any NPC characters in the game other than other players, which would involve me having to go and put the level on a server, invite friends in, and trust them enough not to goof the crap out of my level, because this is years and years and years of work, and if some little prick with a bunch of TNT comes along and obliterates my city, I would not be happy. The only other NPCs we have in Minecraft are villagers, but they don't take direction, they don't stand still, they just wander about making weird little grunty oonk noises. And they're not very helpful. They just do what they want. But even considering all of these ideas, all of these problems, I think even if it's not really possible to actually complete this goal, it could be fun to try. So I'm setting myself the goal of doing regular Discord sessions. I've got to figure out a good time for other people with different time zones. So I can hang out with people, and maybe people can help me with some of the problems. And then also do regular, slightly more structured YouTube videos going over a project or a problem and how I've solved it and how I've fixed it or not fixed it, or sort of discussing the process and the progress of trying to animate all of Rise of Hawk. At the very least, I'll have fun. And I'll have company for said fun. And I can see where it heads, because there's so much that can be done, so much that it could lead to. It just sounds like fun. Anyway, we're back. We're back at the Rebel building. The beginning again. Hopefully my stopper will work. Nope, not quite. But there we go. Blunk. Thank you for your company. So now I shall sign off. Ara nitasa.